Hey guys, so yesterday I went to Ottawa Comiccon and I went dollar bin diving. Now I picked out some old comics because they're wonderful, cheesy, and make no sense. So I'm going to give you the rundown, my top 10, and show you them because I figured I should share this for those of you who don't know the wonders of dollar bins. So first up, at number 10, we have Captain America. Now I don't know if you can see this properly, as a bit of a glare. What I love about this is this bit. I love it's over. Just melodrama much. But also, look at Captain. He's the only person who you can see his ass and his chest at the same time. That's pretty fucking flexible. Like, I don't even think gymnasts can do that shit. It's like he doesn't have a spine. It's pretty impressive. Number 9, we have Iron Man. Now, not only is the dragon dinosaur in the background pretty confusing, why is there a dragon dinosaur? But it says, Stark, don't just stand there, save Tiger. And you have Tony Stark going, I can't. It's like angsty Tony. I mean, he's got like the black suit and everything. It's like, I can't, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. And I thought that was pretty fucking amazing. Next up, number 8, we have Booster Gold. But that is clearly not gold. And I think this is wonderfully tacky. It's like somebody took a kaleidoscope and just smashed it on a comic book. I'm like, there you go, we're done. We're done with this. There you go. Next up, number 7, we have World's Finest featuring Superman and Batman. Firstly, check out Batman's little like suit. I know it's supposed to probably help him in the swamp or something, but I feel like it's just working as a scarf. It doesn't actually appear to be covering his face or his body at all. It's just sort of sitting on his shoulders. So I feel like it might not be doing the job it's supposed to be doing. But who needs science, right? Science means nothing. The next bit is this thing about plague. I want to know what plague has caused not only his hair to turn green, but his face to fall off. He's Superman, right? What is like a kryptonite plague? I don't quite get it. It makes very little sense, but I was very amused by it. That was 7, right? 10. Yes. 6. We have Another World's Finest, except this time we have Superman being, like, defeated by this guy and Batman coming to the rescue. And you've only doomed yourself. I fucking love the melodrama. The dialogue is amazing. So, we have that one. Next up, number 5, we have Wonder Woman by George Perez. Or with George Perez. No, like that. Now, what I don't get about this is why Wonder Woman is holding a pregnant black woman and being surrounded by cops. I'm not sure what's going on here. I feel like it might be mildly racist. I have flipped through it. It doesn't really explain it at all. She appears to just be saving this black woman, but it's the cops. I don't know. I don't know. Are they outlaws or victims? I feel like this like passed out pregnant woman might be a victim. I don't think she's about to be an outlaw. I don't think she can run very fast or do anything very much. Pregnant women don't tend to be able to break through. Next, number 4, we have Green Lantern. Now just take a look at that. What is going on? Firstly, I want to know, is this dinosaur just sort of chilling behind them, or is he part of the whole like Green Lantern power thing? In which case, isn't he supposed to be green? Something? Or is he just chilling? He could just be chilling, but just hanging out like a dinosaur. Like, is that what dinosaurs do, I guess? Also, what outfit? Check out that crotch. That cannot be comfortable. Like, has anyone... Ugh. Like, you know that annoying point where you go to wedgie and you're like, this is the least comfortable thing ever? Well, usually you fix it, you don't just sort of stand there. I don't know, I feel like her outfit is going up into places where it shouldn't be, and I'm just glad I'm not wearing it. Number 3, we have Flash. Now check out this computer game. Check out those pixels. How cool is that? So we have Colonel Computertron, which is the most terrifying name ever, because I feel like you can just press off and he might turn off. But the name of the game is Death. I feel like it's the world's shittiest game, but just everything about that. Like the game Colonel Computertron. How could I not pick this up? It's amazing. Now my top 2. Number 2, I had to pick up because this has to be the most racist thing I have seen in a very long time. And I'm not racist at all. I will add that. But I think I have to own this just so I can be like, what the fuck were these people thinking? So we have All-Star Squadron. Race riots in Detroit. Now just that alone, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure if this is so kosher. But then we have these 2. So we have the Amazing Man, which is that guy, I'm assuming, because he has the A, and he must be amazing because he has an A. And the Real American, which I'm assuming is this guy in red, white, and blue. Now what I'm looking at with this is the white hood and the whip. Race riots, white hood, and whip by the Real American. I feel like this should have been, like, this shouldn't be available. This is the sort of thing that just blows my mind, but I had to own it because it blows my mind. I mean, Now, number 1. We're just going to start with the cover and then we're going to actually go through it because it makes less sense than anything ever. So we have the Avengers. Now first, look at that cover. Now just take a minute and take it in. What the fuck is going on? Like, firstly, if you have eyes on your fingers, like, what if you try picking things up? Is no one, like, when you're in the kitchen and you're cutting something really fast and you nip your finger, or if you get a paper cut and you have eyes on your fingertips? Now, the one my peoples pointed out yesterday is masturbation. How do you whack off with that? Do you get, like, jizz in your eyes? Like, doesn't that really hurt? Like, that cannot be sanitary. Anyway, so we decided to go through this, and then I went through it again today because I wanted to know where this hand came from. Now, to start off, on the first page, we have the Conqueror Worm. So, as if it wasn't weird enough that we have a hand with eyes, this guy is a Conqueror Worm. Since when is anyone afraid of a worm? And do they conquer shit? Do they even have faces? I don't even know if worms have faces. I mean, but it does say he's nasty. So I guess that must solve the masturbating with hands, eyes thing. Now, so as we go on, it's making less and less sense. I mean, I don't really know what's happening. Like, who are these guys? Why are they so, like, little and pathetic and then not little and pathetic? Are they copies? I didn't really explain it. They just, one moment they're like zombies and the next moment they're not. And then we have like these guys up here who appear to have just come out of nowhere because they're not on the page before and then they're there. They're just there and they're fighting him. They just sort of appeared. Now, oh, and then there's this page where I'm not sure who it is, but he turns into a pig. It just sort of happens. he just sort of turns into a pig. And then it doesn't really explain that. And then he turns into a frog, like there. And then here we have him turning into a rat. But it's the pig that I don't really get, because pigs are great at fighting, right? When you're putting together like your group of Avengers, you're like, damn guys, need a pig. Now, that being said, with this pig, I still haven't seen this giant hand anywhere. And we're on page like 25 at this point. So we go from page 24 to 26, and there's this. Out of the middle of fucking nowhere. It has a fucking mouth as well. What is this? Like, getting jizz in your eyes wasn't bad enough. You now have teeth? Like, maybe you're into that weird shit, but that has to hurt. It makes no sense to me. Like, what's going on with this dude? It's like his stomach disappeared. Like, the rest of him is there, but his stomach shrank. The hand's superpower is to steal the contents of your stomach. But then the hand eats them. Like, well, he eats them. Okay, so they've been eaten by this giant hand because the story is making so much sense up to this point. So as you keep going through and you keep walking, they've been eaten by this hand, and then on the last page, they're going for coffee. What? Firstly, how did they get out of this hand? They got eaten by a hand, and then they went for coffee. They weren't like, yo, guys, we should probably figure out what this hand is about. They were just like, who wants coffee? I'm buying. What? Who comes up with this? Who's like, yeah, we're just... fuck it, we're bored, we don't feel like writing a conclusion, let's just go for coffee. It sounds like what I do when I'm studying. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm bored, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Like, anyway, that's why this is my #1 dollar bin dive for myself. I did pick out some for Will, which I might video blog later. But this is golden. I don't give a shit if it's worth nothing. I don't care that nobody is ever going to want this but me. Because it's amazing. The novelty of it and the fucking creepiness of it. It's amazing. Anyway, so those were my top 10 dollar bin dives. I strongly suggest if you get a chance to go to your local convention at some point, do it, even if it's just for the dollar bins, or your local comic book shop might have some dollar bins. These things are amazing, and if you're bored and you want to read them, they make no sense. It's about as far from a school textbook as you can get, and I strongly recommend it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Those are my dollar bin dives. Bye.